made his first appearance on Albert Square.
Moon and Sons, now in Wolford.
Cheese and onion sandwiches, the dog be trying to wear. Pills and chicks, working me dog, me only voice in a swear.
Smell a few puppets. Mikey. How are you, son? Tommy.
That's what I like. Get back! Get back! I'm mashing liquor, I'm walking around in the rain. William books, comic books, pianos,
Moon and Sons. Moon and Sons. Good to have my boys here. Congratulations. Cheers.
Lovely, lovely. David Essex is in the studio with us this morning to talk about that. Who would have thought? Has it been a good experience?
It's been wonderful. Really, really challenging, intimidating.
I would imagine it is intimidating walking
And
around.
it does take over your life. But I've been blessed because I've worked with wonderful actors. I mean, my two boys, Tony Discipline, Matt Lepenskis, and Steve John Shepherd, Zoe Lucker, and Lindsay Coulson, and of course Shane and Jesse. So that was my kind of circle that I worked with. And the level of performance from those actors under the pressure we're at is just incredible. All the way down from the top to the bottom, there's this kind of galvanized quality of like a family under pressure, and it works. I really enjoy it.
Have you been finding that schedule hard? Because they work long hours, don't they?
Yeah.
Days and very concentrated.
Yeah, I think because I'm on screen till the middle of October, but because I was in it for a relatively short period, I think I was almost 5 months. I had a lot to do. I mean, there was one Friday that Steve John Shepherd and I did. I think we did 32 pages of dialogue in one day. Now, if you're making a film, you'll probably do 2 pages.
Gosh.
So I mean, that's the work.
You say that when you were in it. You say when you were in it because you're about to leave. Are you about to leave, or are you about to take a break?
I'm not sure. But I've got a lot to do. I mean, All the Fun and the Fair, the musical, which was a big success in the West End.
Well, let's talk about that in a minute, because we have got a clip tonight, because I know your leaving story is starting to build now, isn't it?
It's an incredible
and
story.
And there's lovely Eddie Moon, what a gent, what a lovely guy he is, but has he got a dirty secret, dark secret, and is Michael about to find out?
I can't tell you because we have to be very confidential about the storyline. All I can tell you that Eddie's storylines from now till October are phenomenal. Yeah, it's so powerful.
And have you had an input into who Eddie is, the sort of character, the sort of man he is?
Yeah, I did, Raymond. I sat down. I just had this feeling that he thought he was an antique dealer, but he does a lot of house clearance.
I said there.
And they were fantastic. There's this big emporium they've done, that's full of old took that I think is very important.
It's that to my son.
He's a gent as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I think Ruth is kind of a little old-fashioned. I mean, I've tried to play him with slightly ambiguous, with a certain darkness, so you don't quite know what he's like. But I've really enjoyed it, and it was a challenge, and I'm so pleased it went so well.
Well, I just think when you look at your career, my goodness, people's careers can be interesting, but when you look at yours, I mean, maybe you would have thought it still would be going at your age and doing the things that you're doing stronger than ever, but we, both Ruth and I, are of an age when, we were teenagers, young teenagers, when you were at your height and you were in the movies and you were coming out with all those great albums, and still, now you're able to take that music and recreate something completely different with All the Fun of the Fair.
Yeah, All the Fun of the Fair, I think is interesting because it's not jazz hands music, but it's more like a play with music. We're tour that starts in September, I think in Birmingham, then it's Richmond, and Wimbledon, all different places, all over the UK. And really John Conway was a co-writer with me. We looked at all my catalogue, and anything that could fit the story that we'd thought of, we put aside. I've changed lyrics, there's some new things in it.
And you play Levi, don't you?
Yeah.
So tell us about him, Levi. Tell me what the story is about.
It's about relationships, really, and all in this underbelly world of a travelling fairground, because I don't know about you, but I've always felt the juxtaposition of fun and kind of danger that exists in a fun fair is interesting, and that's what we tap into.
Well, Carousel, that movie Carousel, is a bit like that as well, I suppose. But you've got, I mean, if you know your songs like Hold Me Close or Gonna Make You a Star or even A Winter's Tale, you weave it all in there. And then...
Actually, you just had Cannon and Ball.
Yes.
I bumped into them in Birmingham, and that's where they got Rock on Tommy from.
No.
Yeah.
That is a claim to fame. That's a good one. And then you can take this stuff. One of the things very, very interesting about your music as well is you're pushing it even further because you're going to do it unplugged. I know for all the fun of the fair, it's very sophisticated, the sound that you've created.
It's very filmic.
Yeah, like a film. But now, for Christmas, you're bringing out another album.
Yeah, it's unplugged. It's got a lot of my previous hits and some new songs. Lovely to do without synthesizers or anything electronic, just with real musicians. I'm very pleased that it's going. It's not quite finished yet, but it will be. It should be out for Christmas. All the fun of the fair runs throughout the UK till spring next year.
And aren't you hoping to make that into a film?
Yeah, there's big interest for it to be a film, and so hopefully that'll be a film.
With you in the lead?
With me in it. And there's also another film which is called Tramp, and I'm doing a film score as well.
Well, all this sounds bad news for Eastenders.
That's
It was good for you, but
well, it's tricky. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd like to go back, but it's time really. And I do feel blessed that I do sit there to work in so many different mediums, because now it's theatre, and it's like a change.
Well, the good thing is they're not pulling you off. So we know the door is open to that.
The door is ajar.
The door is ajar. Falling off its hinges.
There's a couple of screws loose.
But listen, we look forward to seeing the Essex storyline. It's all getting very interesting. I think Steve Shepherd as Michael is brilliant.
Yeah, he's
so
brilliant.
menacing.
Well, all those actors, under the pressure they work, are just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well, excellent.
Good to see you.
David, that's good to see you. Continue to rock on.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Rock on
much.
Tommy.
Thank you, David. Now, after the break, this is a bit of a show you don't like.
What?
I love it because it's hunks and trunks.
It's disgusting. It's practically pornographic.
Yeah.